Hello again. So this is the official Coppertist Wu website where these guys make this jewelry level, like all metal Lego characters, Lego like figures. But what I'm reviewing is not from this website. But without these guys, we wouldn't be able to get these at a lesser price. What I think is this is the factory reject from this website. So it's not going to be perfect, but it costs less money. So it makes sense, right? Alright, so I'll leave an AliExpress link. So this is called the Black Knight, and it's not black because they probably realized there's a casting blemish or a problem, and they're not going to waste time painting it and whatnot. So, but it's still kind of neat. So this thing is 72 grams, if that matters to you, and then it's around, I would say 57 millimeters tall, a little over 2 inches. Yeah, curiosity. Here's a fake John Wick Lego. How heavy is a fake weight Lego? 4 grams versus, again, 72. So yeah, it's a noticeably heavier object, if that matters. Now generally I actually prefer plastic toys because they're lighter and cheaper to make. But what I like about these metal things is you can paint them, and if you mess up, you just strip the paint off and you're not going to have a problem, right? So stripping paint off plastic is a little less ideal than stripping off metal. Okay, so it is magnetic, so you can actually take the whole thing apart, and then it's kind of like a fidget toy, right? Let's just put it back together slowly as we review it. So the bottom of the feet here, there's nothing there. Maybe the real one might have a logo down there. See, so this is probably deemed unacceptable for the official figures, this casting crack or whatever. Very Lord of the Rings like kind of character to me. There's an interesting little cross molded in there, and I'm not sure if these are on purpose or not. These cracks. It looks like they are. It looks like these are on purpose. 2 magnets there, and then you can see the shininess. That's the epoxy holding those magnets in place because they're so strong. Then up here in the torso, your standard torso, it's got like a robe detail. And then the 2 magnets matching there, and yeah, so yeah, casting blemish, right? It's not one smooth surface. And a magnet up in the neck. Okay, so then the main body, it still has a paint wash. It's just not it doesn't look like a black knight to me. It just looks like a tarnished knight. Really cool details though. A little bit of chainmail down here. It's not even, right? It's like broken or something, broken off. And then I don't know what these armor plates are supposed to be, but like this, it's finished. This looks like it's purposely like ripped away or something, right? This link is actually bent out, so very three-dimensional. Here we have like what looks like a scarf, and it's just waving in the breeze. And then just a bunch of overlapping armor, some dents. I don't know if those dents should be there. Maybe that's a blemish, or maybe they're purposely there. And then here, yeah, overlapping stuff. These belts with the little recesses for the little tab to, go through. So that's a nice detail. And yeah, this cloth here or whatever, nice deep details. So the back of the neck, it's got this like frill, looks almost like aquatic, like the webbing of a frog or something. Big round openings here, interesting. Okay, and then anything up in there. Sometimes there's multiple materials and they're soldered together, but this just looks like one material. So maybe that's on purpose, or maybe the real ones do have 2 different materials. They're very close to images. All right, well, so that goes up in there. And then this left arm, we have a magnet, obviously. The Lego type of hands, and then a armored gauntlet, and then some layered shoulder armor. Okay, it's all one metal though. Maybe it's white copper. It doesn't look like brass to me. It just looks like silver metal. This side though is a little bit different in the fact that it has a red copper cross on it, so that's a nice detail. Alright, but everything else just looks like one piece of metal with the magnet here and some sort of paint wash. Yeah, but a lot of blemishes. But it just looks like a really worn out character anyway, so any blemishes just look like scars from battling. So that's pretty cool for me. And then I don't know if this is the front or not, but there's a bunch of crosses deeply debossed there. You can add some paint in there. And then there's this intentional, the horn being cut off like that. Interesting. What else is up? Yeah, it's kind of layered up here. Layered up. Maybe some rivet marks perhaps. So, and a magnet up in there as well. So no actual openings for the eyes. I guess it's just looking through those openings of the crosses. Interesting. Yeah, alright, so you can get a pretty good amount of movement on the head before it collides with this recess it's in. And then it'll just ride up over the edges if you want to do like an exorcist pose. Alright, but it's kind of cool that you have a asymmetry all over this thing, and then the shoulders are not symmetric, and then obviously the head isn't either. So okay, now the sword is pretty wacky as well. Definitely looks like the swords those orcs carried in the Lord of the Rings trilogy movies. This is a brass handle it looks like, and then maybe a white copper blade, and it's a really oh, is this supposed to be like the Eye of Sauron, you know, that floating in there or something? Maybe that's the inspiration, is the shape of that as well. Okay, but yeah, a lot of weird cutting edges on this thing. Is it a scraper slash pick? 2 picks and a sword? It's a really funky, crazy looking sword. I don't know what program they used to make these things, but it's interesting. Alright, so the magnets are quite strong, being a neodymium, so they usually hold the poses of the weight they're holding. So unless you tap it or something like that, yeah. I mean, it's a smooth an epoxy magnet touching another one. I guess you could just jam poster putty in there, or glue, if you wanted to really stay in one position. School glue would be good because you could just break the school glue with a simple bit of force. The hand seems to be a little loose on this side. I have taken pliers and tightened them before. Let's see about this side. Yeah, that's kind of loose still as well, but it still holds it, so for the video I'm just going to leave it alone. Maybe later I'll tighten it. So these would make great wargaming figures. I don't do wargaming, it would just be way too much to collect. Here's a Crimson Templar. I've added paint, of course. And then here's the same thing with the crazy wings and an optional cape. Okay, so some of my colors are a little bit crazy. This is a little over the top for me. I feel this is too bright, but oh well. The Chinese ones I do are even crazier than this. So here's a Spartan, which I don't think they would clash with medieval characters, am I correct? But I don't know. But this could fit in, a Crusader, right? So, and I also don't know if a Viking would have perhaps clashed with anyone from medieval times of Europe. Maybe? I don't know. I don't know my history. Please leave a comment. It would be interesting to imagine, you know, a Crusader and a Viking going at it, or some sort of medieval knight and a Spartan going at it, but I don't know my history, so I apologize. Sometimes I forget how old I am. Yeah, so the nice thing is, like, that doesn't really look like a Spartan with all the yellow, not by typical standards, but if I don't like it, I could just scrape all that paint off, or just use alcohol. I use Vallejo water paint, so just a Q-tip and some alcohol will knock off all that paint. But if you used like an oil paint, you could just use a wire brush. I'm not sure if I should paint this one. Leave a comment. If I were to paint it, what color would make sense? For me, I kind of naturally gravitate towards blue. Painting it blue and then scraping off all the high points. I've done too much red on those other ones, so green? I don't know, that's weird. Orange? Not feeling it. So anyhow, I'm pretty sure it's purposely a dark color because I do feel like it's inspired by those Lord of the Rings characters. In fact, let me pull up an image. Yeah, so this is Sauron, the evil character. I don't even remember seeing that character in the movie. I only remember the red eye on the top of the mountain, or the pillar thing. And then, yeah, the sword is not double-sided, but you got this weird hook on that orc sword. So I feel like it's kind of a mashup of the two. what's going on there. Alright, well anyways, it's still pretty awesome. I mean, the thing's all metal. You can customize it or not, and it still feels like a quality product. But if you want the real deal, just go to that Coppertist Wu website. But you may have seen the price. It's expensive, but it is like jewelry, right? So, thanks for watching, everyone. We'll see you next time.